Hi, it's Malcolm here. So there's been a lot of talk about pace average the last few days or last couple of weeks actually in the Facebook group and in my emails. So I just wanted to show you how it looks with TTS in case you haven't seen it and want to use it. So basically, pace average is based around how a runner ran the first part of its race or its last four races. Basically, we use the last four, um, well, around the last 6 months. That's kind of the way we're doing it, or last four runs. So you might not get much. It depends on the race, how often it's ran, that sort of thing. Four is it ran slowly. So basically, you're seeing comments things like running behind or at the back. Three is kind of midfield. So again, in comments, you'd see things like ran midfield. Two is close to the front or behind the leader. So again, you will see comments like up front or behind the leader, that kind of thing. It wasn't at the front, but it was close to it. And one is that it ran the race in front, or certainly joint front or whatever, but at the front of the race. So if you see 4-4, that in this particular case here, 4-4, so the last two races it ran behind. The race before it ran just behind the leader, and the race before that midfield. So you can almost kind of go, it's going backwards, but we pace average them, so it's 3-2-4-4 divided by 4, and then you get this number here. So if we sort by pace average, which I thought I did, but I didn't, obviously, we can see the top ones. So this has a pace average of 1.75. You can kind of see it hasn't won at all, but it's run reasonably well in play, and which in running, which means that the price has dropped considerably, to the fact that it's dobbed in its last four races, which means the price dropped by half in the in these races. So this would be a runner that we would look at and say, okay, so although this runner is high priced, it's likely that it's going to run well in the race, and that's going to get the punters nervous, and the price is going to drop, and it'll give us a chance to trade out. Now, trading at 20 is probably a little bit difficult. One, you're not going to get a lot of money matched, and in play it can be, or in running it can be very difficult to get matched again. But if you're just using 2s, 10s, even 50s, you'd probably get away with it. But hundreds or thousands, you wouldn't be trading this runner that way. So you kind of look at it and go, okay, I kind of look at pace average as a kind of a punt bet, that I know that I've got a good chance of trading, but at the prices, it's going to be difficult. But when they come in, you can make so much money on them that they're worth doing. So they're always a back, and you're hoping that they're going to come in so either before the off or during in running. The most money will be made in running. Now, the other thing is that they tend to work better with shorter races. I've noticed that if you're on long races like a 2-mile, 4 or 3 mile or something like that, and say this runner was trading at 20 and it went out in front, the punters wouldn't take any notice of it, unless in the last few furlongs it was still there and still running well. Then you'd see the price drop. So with the short races, which is again they're going to be over very quickly, which is why again it's kind of a punt, because it's hard to get out of once the prices do go the wrong way for you. So but because of that, then if they get out in front, the prices can drop quite rapidly. So although you probably don't want to be on a 5-furlong race, 6 furlongs kind of okay, 7, 8, even 1 mile, 2 furlong is okay, but over that you might not find the prices move so quickly. But again, it's experimentation, so you have to see what kind of works. So what I'm really looking for is one that's got a good pace average, obviously better than everybody else, which this one has. It's not too bad on the rating, so it's not top rated on TP, but it is 1/3 top rated, and it's got this DOB PL of 5.545. So this for me is a selection I want to look at later as a possible pace rating punt, if you like. So the only thing that's put me off is the price. So if we went to the race, you can see I've already started on that race. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I just think that one's going to come in, but who knows. So we go to 1400 Brighton, and we look at, sorry, I forgot to say the name of that selection. Middlesense. We can see that it's actually dropped already to 12.5. So that is actually quite an interesting selection. See how that price has dropped. Now, the problem here is, do we go in now thinking it might drop, or we're going to wait to see if the price is going to go back up again? I would say with these, you can, the money is so low on these. Let me show you on BetAngel. Hold on a second. Yeah, so as you can see on BetAngel, that there's not much money in the market, so the movement in price can be very, very quickly. Just even 20-30 quid could move that price one way or the other. So I never really get into these until later in the day, or certainly closer to the off, because that's when you know the price is going to be a little bit more solid. So but yeah, that's not a bad one to look at, especially now it's down at 12.5. So if we go back to TTS, so we've got one there. If we come down, we've already mentioned that one there. There's another one. I'm just going to look, see if we can see any more. You notice I'm going down, and I'm not just looking for the fastest, or sorry, the one with the best pace average. I'm kind of looking for some other figures over here as well, and I like to see some DOB PL. So I won't just select them because they are, well, I won't always select them just because they got the fastest pace average. But another one here, Club Wexford, 6.8. Not a bad TP rating, and it's in the hundreds in the 1/3, so this could be another selection. It's not massively, but again we've got DOB PL and everything, so that would probably be a selection I'd look at later. And if we come down, you can make up your own mind about these as well. This is just kind of my criteria for some of them. So this one here would be another one. 4.5 is kind of okay. I do prefer them a little bit higher, but we'll go on ones at 4.5, especially like this. Nice pace form, DOB PL, 168. It's got the top green and the top 1/3. So that is another good selection. And that's probably got a good chance of going down in price before the off. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. I don't normally go past 5:15, 5:30 myself, but there are obviously loads of evening races as well if you want to get involved later in the day. So later on at 7:15 or 19:15 in the evening, that one looks quite interesting, possibly to get involved in. So hopefully that gives you a bit more information about pace ratings. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.